With the first trailer for Venom, Let There Be Carnage now out, the old question of where's Spider-Man inevitably will crop up. Venom, a.k.a. Eddie Brock, a.k.a. a very bemused and amusing Tom Hardy in the new trailer, of course got his start in the pages of the Spider-Man comics. And indeed, Peter Parker originally wore the Venom suit, symbiote, before rejecting it, at which point it bonded with Brock. But you know this already because you've seen Spider-Man 3. Still, as we know from the first Venom film from 2018, the Tom Hardy version of the character has so far existed without any wallcrawler needed. And yet, the trailer for Venom 2 does give us a couple of Spidey hints, as did the trailer last year for another Sony, Marvel film that's currently in the works, the Jared Leto-starring Morbius. All that said, Let There Be Carnage director Andy Serkis tells IGN that his film is meant to exist apart from Spider-Man and his universe. For now, anyway. Obviously, there are links between Venom and Spider-Man and the Marvel Universe and the Spider-Man story, says Serkis. We're treating this very much as it's his own world. The Venom story is his own world. There are nods and little moments, like the shot of the newspaper The Daily Bugle, of course, but on the whole he's unaware. They are unaware, at this point, of other characters like Spider-Man. So, that's the way we've chosen to play this particular episode of the movie, but, well, we'll wait and see. We'll see what little things you can pick out of it. Even if there is no hard connection between the two worlds, there have been hints. Let's dig in a little more on how the Venom 2 and Morbius trailers have tied back to Spider-Man so far. The Daily BugleSpidey's very own hometown newspaper, and place of employment, the Daily Bugle is glimpsed in the Let There Be Carnage trailer, and it appears this version of the Bugle has the same title treatment and stylings as the version from the Sam Raimi Spidey movies. This is perhaps the closest the Venom movies have gotten yet to acknowledging the existence of Peter Parker's world, though of course just because there's a Daily Bugle in the Sony, Marvel-verse, it doesn't mean that there's a Spider-Man in the Sony, Marvel-verse. Indeed, Eddie Brock is a reporter, so he may very well be working for the Bugle in Venom. Let There Be Carnage. No, you don't have to live in the same city as the outlet you work for. Sure, this could just be a fun Easter egg for comics fans, but it could also be seen as a small step into a larger, MCU-ish world. Where, don't forget, the Bugle also exists. Though so far we've only seen it as a sort of talk show, hype train for Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man: Far From Home. Avengers Lose, 2. Nightmare. You can also spot what might just be a reference to the Avengers in the paper. Within the pages of J. Jonah's beloved rag, it looks like a headline reads something like, Avengers Lose to Nightmare.